How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So as you can probably tell by the title of the video, I'm out for a night in the woods here. First canoe trip I've done in quite some time. So the idea for this trip is to portage my canoe out to this pond, which is just up ahead here. This old trail looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. It's all growing in, so I'm trying to take my time and cut some trees out of the way on my way along here. But yeah, I'm gonna get out to this pond here eventually, paddle across the pond, and I'm looking to scout out for some moose hunting places for this fall. So I got a trail camera that I'm gonna set out here on the other side of this pond once we get out there. And yeah, just enjoy the night out in the woods. Got the two dogs with me. Got some good food to cook up on the fire as usual. So we're gonna keep plugging away and try and get all the gear in the canoe carried out to the pond here. And yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. Stay tuned. Okay, you can see the pond. Still got to double back and get the canoe. And that trail is pretty tight in places, so still got a bit of work to do here. Alright guys, so I was just out to the pond with my gear, my pack and my paddles and stuff, and now I'm back to get the canoe. And I gotta be honest, I didn't realize how far this trail was to get out to the pond. It's quite a bit further than I thought, and the trail's in rough shape. It's really narrow, and it's gonna be tough getting the canoe through here. It's still pretty early, it's like 1 p.m. or something. So we got all afternoon to get this done, so just got to pick away at it, and we'll get there eventually. It's going to be a lot of picking the canoe up and putting it back down for sure. A lot of tight corners to try and get around. Probably should have brought my smaller canoe. Anyways, we'll see how she goes. Whoa. All right, I may have to give up on the trail. Whoever cut this trail out it just wasn't cut out to carry a canoe through here. It's just a walking path, and some of these tight little turns I got to do around these trees, it's just not happening with the long 16-foot canoe. So I think I'm going to try and get out on this marsh here and just kind of drag the canoe up through, but I don't know if that's going to work either, because a lot of this stuff, it doesn't look like it from here, but this is like taller than me. It's like 6 to 8 feet tall, some of this stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen when I get out there, but I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, this may not be a whole lot easier, but at least we're making some headway here. Okay, starting to open up a little bit up ahead. Okay, so this was definitely the move. So I'm up to my knees in swamp water. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, but at least I'm making some headway. I can almost see the pond up ahead here, so I don't know exactly where I'm gonna break out in the pond, but I don't really care now. I'll just wade around the shore until I meet up with my gear. Good girl, Millie. We're almost there. Okay, I think I found the brook that flows into the pond, or flows out of the pond. So the pond is just up through here. So I'm just going to try and pull the canoe up through this little steady here. All right, I had to go back to the trail again. The bog just got too deep. I was starting to go up past my knees in bog water, so I had to get back on the trail. But we're like 80% out to the pond now. There's one more tight spot that I gotta try and get through just up ahead here, and then we're home free. Two things I already decided: I'm not coming back this way tomorrow, and I'm never coming in this trail with the canoe again. Okay, here we are. We made it. Wind has picked up pretty good, but at least it should keep the flies away. Duck with 4 or 5 little ducklings just swam out right behind Goose, like 5 feet behind them. They were a little ways out by the time I got the camera on, but luckily Goose didn't even see them. He didn't hear them or anything, which is surprising, but I'm glad he didn't, because he probably would have chased them. So I'm glad he didn't go after them. But yeah, that was pretty cool and pretty funny. Goose here is he's absolutely obsessed with fetching, and he's a bird dog, and those ducks swam like literally 5 feet behind him, and he's so focused on me waiting for me to throw a stick for him that he didn't even notice those ducks swim right along behind him. Goose, you missed out on that one, bud. All right, we are on the water. Got a bit of a headwind here, but nothing too crazy. So I'm just gonna paddle up this pond now, way up to the far end. There's an area where I'm gonna walk in and put out a trail camera, and then we're gonna cross the pond and set up camp. Okay. All right, let's go find a campsite. So the place I had in mind to set the trail camera on the way down the pond, there's just no way to get out of the canoe there. Turned out to be a really wet spot, so I decided against that. So I'm gonna go set up my camp first, and then maybe later I'll pedal around the pond a little more and look for a different spot to set out the trail camera. Or maybe I'll just hike from camp and find a spot to set it out. So this is going to be home for the night. It's starting to rain now, so I'm going to get the rain gear out. Shout out to New View Hunting. I'm going to try out their rain jacket. It's supposed to rain tonight too, so be trying out that rain jacket. It's really comfortable so far, but we'll have to wait and see if it keeps me dry. Anyways, we're at camp now, and yeah, I got to get everything set up. I brought a tarp, so I think I'm going to get that up. Mosquitoes are pretty bad. Put on some more of this muskol here in a minute. 30% DEET. It seems to do the trick, at least for a little while. It wears off quick, but it definitely helps a little bit. So yeah, nice little spot here. I got a fire pit right down here already. So I was here a couple of months back just for a little day trip and did a cook up. And yeah, I said in that video, I believe, that I wanted to get back here and kind of make like a little campsite, an area that I can come back to for quick overnight trips like this one. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work now, get my tarp up, get the tent set up, and make a nice little campsite. I'm hoping this rain doesn't hang around all afternoon. There's a massive rock right here where I'm trying to set my tent up. Thought I might be able to dig it out and move it, but I don't think so. I think it goes down a lot further than I thought. Which kind of sucks because there's really no other flat spot around here to set the tent up, so I'm gonna have to make do with this spot anyways, but I don't know, maybe I'll have to set it up so my feet are where that rock is and my head is up this way. Got a brand new tent here. Never been set up before, but it is the exact same model as my purple tent that some of you guys have probably seen before, so I decided to go out and buy another one of those tents. This one's just a different color. Yeah, I love these little tents. Nature Hike Monger 2, little 2-person tent, and like I said, that purple one, I've had it for about 3 years now, and it's still going strong, so I decided to go out and buy another one before they either stop making them or they change how they're made or whatever, so. Okay, I need to get a fire going, try and fend off some of these mosquitoes. Well, it's getting pretty windy out there. Looks like we may have some more rain blowing in too, so anyway, I'm going to get the fire going. I'm going to keep it small. The fire ban that we had in place was lifted a few days ago. I'm going to keep the fire nice and small just to be safe. So I'm going to try one of these little fire starters. My aunt's brought this back from BC for me. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it says you can break it up in pieces if you don't want to use it all at once. I'm definitely not going to need to use this whole thing. It's pretty big, and everything's pretty dry right now. I'm just going to try and break a piece off, and we'll see how good she lights. So the wind has really picked up now. But the good thing is the flies are not near as bad as they were first when we got here. Got the fire going pretty good. Still need to cut a bunch more firewood, but just gonna have a coffee now and relax for an hour or so by the fire. And I'll cut a little more wood and get some food cooking. Just going for a little walk now. I'm gonna try and find a spot to set out this trail camera that I brought. So I wanted to set it on the other side of the pond originally, but I'm not going to bother to go out in the canoe tonight. It's pretty windy out there, so just going to stroll up behind camp here and we'll find somewhere to set it out just up behind our camp. Whew. Oh boys, the mosquitoes are horrendous. So I've been wandering for a while now, and I got to be careful what I'm doing here because I could end up getting turned around. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here and head back towards the pond. I probably walk for a good half an hour, 45 minutes. I've been kind of blazing a little bit of a trail with my axe here as I'm going, so I can find my way back. But yeah, that's far enough. I don't want to get turned around here tonight. I'm gonna just find a spot on the way back here and set that camera. Oh, it looks like as good a spot as any to set the camera. Back at camp now, and it's time to get some food going. So we got some fresh codfish here. I believe there's 10 cod tongues and 3 or 4 cod fillets. Just caught yesterday morning, so this is going to be good. Can't wait to get this going. I'm starving now. So I'm going to toss all the fish in this fish crisp. I've been doing this a lot lately with my codfish. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it, but it's kind of similar to rolling the fish in flour, which is what a lot of people do when they pan fry their codfish. But this is just like similar to rolling it in flour, but it just has some seasoning and stuff included in it. If you haven't tried it yet, I'd recommend giving it a try. It gives a really nice flavor to the fish. I'm going to toss them in this bag here with the fish crisp batter. Give them a little toss around, throw them right in the frying pan. Millie, I'll see if I can get you a piece. What do you want? You want the cod tongue, don't you? I'll see what I can do for you. Yeah, you know you're going to get one. Fresh pan-fried cod tongues. They're living good tonight. Look at that, boys. Oh. Gonna be good. So I'm just gonna snack on these, and then I'm gonna get the cod fillets in the pan. Oh, hot. Oh boy, that is good. Nice and crispy. Oh man. Oh, oh yeah. little bit of tartar sauce. Look at that. Nice fresh codfish right from the ocean yesterday. Oh man. Tough to beat fresh fish like this. Especially cooked on the fire. Mmm. Well, the meal was absolutely delicious, so I just finished that up and cleaned up all my dishes, all my cooking stuff, got all that packed away, boiled the kettle again, and now I'm just kind of relaxing by the fire. So this is probably what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the evening. We got about an hour and a half or so of daylight left, I guess. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to sitting here, staring at the fire and relaxing. Oh, Goose is off chasing a squirrel through the woods. Millie is kind of just relaxing for the most part, as usual. Yeah, it was a good day. I'm glad to get out for a night like this. This is the first overnight trip I've been out on in a while now. Just busy with work lately, so the next couple of months here are going to be pretty busy at work for me, but whenever I can get out for a quick overnight trip like this, I'm going to try my best to do so. So whenever I go a few weeks without getting out like this, I start to get that itch to get out, you know, and just do exactly what I'm doing here. Just make a camp, sit by the fire, and you know, just do wood stuff. So glad to be able to get a little trip in like this, and hopefully now in the next few weeks I'll get out again for another overnighter. But yeah, just gonna relax for the rest of the evening. Keep feeding the fire. I got my little journal here. I started bringing this with me out on my overnight camping trips a while back, and just kind of write a few little notes on my trips. So someday, hopefully, I'll be able to look back on it, read down through it, and probably be interesting to read back on sometime down the road when I'm older and maybe not able to get out and do this kind of stuff anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and just stare at the fire, enjoy the view out over the pond here, and eventually we'll call it a night. What are you at, Goose? Morning, guys. So it's about 6:30 now. It's a nice morning. The sun is trying to break through. Kettle is just starting to boil. So yeah, I had a good night. Nice quiet night. Slept really good. It's pretty warm, and the mosquitoes are out in full force again this morning, but it's a beautiful morning. All right guys, all packed up and back on the water. It's an absolutely beautiful morning, so just gonna spend maybe an hour or so just paddling around the pond here and then head back out to the road. So thanks a lot for tagging along. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. It's free and helps me grow my channel. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.